Welcome to the another tutorial on the Java application development tutorial series, and we have done with data validator and data utility. So if you are following the series from the first tutorial, then it will be good to understand the next video, the upcoming video, or this current video. And if you are not following the series, I will recommend you to before start this video you should watch the previous videos. So in this we are going to talk about the servlet utility classes that you find in our project entirely in our many project. So another this is another utility class. So till now under the util package we have already two class, data utility, data validator, and the third class today we are going, and which is going to be our servlet utility. So let's create a class and then we'll discuss about it why exactly we need it. So I create a class here which is my servlet utility, and let's discuss about a bit like how why we need the servlet utility. Like when we communicate with servlet, or if we talk about the MVC architecture, the view part is always going to send a request to server. So this, this open in notepad. So view is going to send a request to uh, view is going to send a request to server. It means servlet. And if we talk about the view, it means HTML or JSP. It can be HTML and it can be JSP form. So when we are going to send the request, and according to this request the servlet is going to perform the operation. It might be going to forward the request to another page, forward the request, redirect the request. It's going to redirect the request. The second operation the servlet can perform is to redirect the request to another page. It may be add some attributes with this request, add message with request or response, right? So this message can be error message or some success message as a response. So every time when we are going to communicate with servlet, like for example if you following the series from initial and you have seen the navigation video, here you can see we create an object of request dispatcher and they're going to say forward the request at this login view. Similarly, we use many methods here like to redirect, we are going to send some message, we are going to add some error message with the response so that view can take that response and we can print that. Sometime we need to set the data with this request so we can fetch the data at the front end. Similarly, it's going to help all the transactions that we are going to perform related to the server. So let's copy the code. So if we talk about this, like you can see the forward method. So here we create some custom methods, and this is also another custom class. It's not pre-built class in Java library. So we create this class, and if I talk about the forward method here, so it will take three input: the page, request, and response. So you can see it's again performing the same operation, but again the thing will come for the reuse the code. So we'll keep this method under this ut servlet utility class. So whenever I need to forward a request, I just call this method and pass a page and request and response, then it will do my job. So let's discuss about the redirect. So similarly, redirect will again take the page at the this is the page where I need to redirect the response, and then request and response. So it will use the send redirect and send that response to that particular page. Okay, so what the major use of the that servlet utility class can perform here? So it can send request one page to another page. It can send error message. It can forward the page to redirect the page and get inside the list. Sometime with list or some request, we have to set the list, and list indirectly we are talking about the data, and get the request. It means it's going to take the list from the data. So let's create a class under that util package, another class that's going to be very helpful in our project development. So I create a class here, which is my servlet utility class, and type is already there. Okay, it's already there. We have created this, and just going to copy this code. So I'm going to copy the entire code, and let's discuss all the methods. So let's remove some code. So this is for the page navigation that we are not going to use for now. So we can remove this code and it will not confuse you. So just remove it. Okay. So let's move the very top, and why this error is coming here. It says okay. Again, do we have the error? Okay, done. So I'm gonna just format the data. So let's discuss the first method. Now, so going to forward our request. So it will take again three input and help to forward the request. And the next method will going to redirect our request, redirect response. Sorry, and the next we have the handle exceptions. So it's going to handle exception and set the error message over there, and get error message. So it's going to, whenever we are going to set the error message, it will take a message. When we are going to set the error message, it will help to take that error message from the response with the view part. So again, we'll pass the property or the string value and the request. So it will set the request, it will get a request from this property, that's request, that particular string from that request, and return it to you so that we can print it directly. Same like this. Here we are going to set our error message. So with this request, we are going to set attribute which will be our error, and attribute is the error, and it should be a message. So it's going to take a two parameter here. The first one will be attribute and the second will be a message. Same, we can get that error message whenever you want. So again, it will take input as a request and going to get that particular attribute. So we are calling this attribute here. So it's kind of like this is the key and this is the value. So whenever I need to call let get error message, so I will pass that key. So I'm passing the key here. In the same manner, it's going to set the success message, get the success message, get parameters, set the list, and get the list. Also, we can remove this pagination part for now, so it's not going to confuse us. Okay, so we have that operation, set operation, get operation. So if I need to set some operations like save, edit, delete, or some this kind of operation, so we'll pass the key as an operation and pass the message here, and going to take that operation here. So it's also going to help us really. So the mainly usable method here is that majorly going to use the forward, redirect, and set error message, get error message, set a success message, set error, get a success message, and set list and get list. These four or five methods that we are going to majorly use in this project. So, how it will be useful? So, let me show you one demo that the work that we have already done. So, if you notice in the login.redirect, we are going to use like this. So we have to forward the request. Here also we are going to forward the request at the login view.jsp. So now we can comment out this code and just write the one line code. So you will understand the use of the servlet. So I call the servlet utility dot forward method, and here I just pass a page, and my page name is as this. Okay, so it's going to forward the request to this. Also, we can create a base control. We'll do it later. Okay, so this time the same line will work as it will work previously. In the similar manner, if you want to edit the controller for registration, we can use this. So now we are going to use the same code here. Servlet utility dot forward page, and here what is my page? So it should be jwa or view package name dot. So I'm going to stop the server for now. It's a user view. Okay, so I didn't create this. So this time also it's going to work in the same manner. Let's run the code and verify if that utilities are working or not. So see, it's working now. Let's see some more example, like how can we set a message and how can we get a message here. So for example, with this forward request I need to send a message to login controller. So I just call the servlet utility and set error message. So I just pass the message here, and it should be like invalid data. So this is the demo. Okay, and let's grab this request here. So we can where we can get this message. So it's going to forward the request at the login view. So let's move to the login view and get it to print. So what's going to login view, and for example here after the login this I'm gonna enter a message. So I just use scriptlet taken by the servlet and it's called the servlet utility dot get error message and pass the request. So here I just want to print this message, so I enter double equals to, so this time it's going to print the message here for me. Is it? Okay, let's try not to terminate it. So let's run it again. Might will work. So you can see the message is coming here. So like this we can send a request message or something. So this is the exact use of the servlet utility, and in the real-time scenario, we'll also going to work on that the many times. So it will be easy to understand for you at the later stage. So for now, I'm going to remove this, and so hope you are familiar now. You are familiar with servlet utility. So we have done with three utility classes: data utility, data validator, data servlet utility, and now we can move for the data JDBC data source, and which is going to be our database connection class. So that is going to help to convert create database connections. So we'll discuss about it in detail in upcoming video, and then we'll move to the registration. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.